Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Helen and we are sitting on the couch and we're chatting. We are chatting, friend. We are going to chat it up. We're going to talk about some things that happened in 2024 that we're not going to do anymore. Some things we plan on doing in 2025. And we're just going to get excited for the new year. I am so excited. It's like beyond excited. Listen, it's going to be an amazing year for me. It's going to be an amazing year for you and for the both of us. All right. So last year, I ran upon a podcast from Mel Robbins, and I will link her podcast down below. She actually redid the same podcast in a different format this year, and I like the way she did these things. So basically, the concept is when you're going somewhere, for example, with MapQuest or whatever you use, Waze, if you're going somewhere, it always asks you your starting point. Where are you now? So that I can give you directions on where you're going, right? You need to see where you are right now. And in order to see where you are right now, sometimes it helps to go back to see what you've done before. Because a lot of times we learn from either experiences, mistakes, we learn from what we've done in the past that we no longer like or didn't like and won't do it again, or things that made us feel really good about doing those things, brought us joy, and then we want to keep those things and carry it forward in the next year, right? So I listened to her podcast this morning and I was like, man, I was just going through the old podcast right now, all my notes. And I said, you know what, this year I'm going to share with you all. I didn't share last year. I just started with the whole thing of let's do our vision board and let's just press forward. And I told you I was going with the 12-week year. I didn't tell you how I got upon how I discovered it. But just know it was all through her podcast. I'm reading comments down below, and a couple of people wrote out several books to read. It was like Fear the Fear, Do It Anyway, 12-week year, and I forget the other one. I've read them all, and 12-week year stuck with me, and I did amazing last year. So I have my notes. I want to share something with you all, and I hope that you all will take time out to do it yourself. But this is what is going to propel me for 2025. This is my blueprint. This is my blueprint. So anyway, she has 7 questions that you're to ask yourself. They're really simple questions. However, they're very thought-provoking and they incite memories. And sometimes it could be a good or bad memory. So just so you know, warning, okay? This could be a trigger for some. It was kind of a trigger for me in certain areas, but then it showed me how I persevered through those moments and times. So this right here is an audit. You're going to audit yourself every year. It's an annual audit. It starts you off on the right path for the year. I kind of randomly wrote a bunch of things down, and as I talk to y'all, it'll probably come to me. All right, and we should probably do this live. All right, we'll do a live on the members channel and we'll talk about things and get more detailed if y'all want to do that. So the first thing she tells you is to pull out your phone or wherever you create your memories and keep your memories. So for me, my diary is on the Helen H page where I keep a diary of life, what's going on in life, and just as things come. I try to be as vulnerable and as honest as I can. And I'm very authentic in doing so. I think most will agree. When it comes to pictures, I have a lot of pictures, but a lot of my pictures are either uploaded in real form, short form, whereas Instagram, TikTok, and then I have some pictures that I do have, and a lot of footage on films from travel. But I realized this past year, I did not take a lot of pictures. I didn't take a lot of pictures. I took pictures with the group, with the Black Girls Run. I took pictures in those instances, but as just taking pictures of myself in certain moments, I found myself being very intentional this year. And so I was wanting to be in the moment and not take pictures. I missed that aspect. I will take more pictures in 2025. I would definitely take, because I realized as I scroll back through like January, and I'm just going to give you an example. I went through my Instagram and I was scrolling through my Instagram, basically the one on Helen H page is there's nothing. There's nothing on the Helen H page that was basically new this year. Only a few posts. I might have posted 6 times. And that's disappointing, but I know why I didn't. I was trying to figure out that page, what I wanted to do with it. And I didn't want to post anything random. I wasn't doing hair reviews. I wasn't doing perfume reviews anymore. And I didn't know what I wanted to put there. But now I know it'll be thrifting. It'll be fashion. It'll just be lifestyle. It'll be everything that just encompasses me in my life. And yeah, that's what that would be. Now for the main page, my H2 plant-based beauty page, I did not film a lot of like food, like content. I didn't do a lot. I did quite a bit of juicing because I work with Nama now, and a couple of fridge kind of like preps, but I didn't do a lot. I think the year before I did so much with trying to upload every day, keep up with Instagram, TikTok, and both pages on Instagram, plus YouTube, plus starting a new channel. I kind of got overwhelmed. And so for this year, I kind of chilled out on that. I could see it though. I felt it financially. However, I think I needed that for my mental because of the grief I was going through, with my father's passing. So I say that to say, when she says go back and look through all of your posts from the year, and it will jog memories. So as you're sitting here saying to yourself, I didn't do a lot. I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve. I could have did more. If you go back and you're someone that is the average being who takes pictures everywhere they go, what they eat, what they're doing, it will jog memories of like, I remember when Christopher broke his arm. Okay, I was pissed. Oh, I was hot, honey. I remember when I first ran my first 10 miles, and the crazy thing is, I ran my first 10 miles with a group of ladies that I ran my first 3 miles with the first 5K. When I ran my first 5K, I remember almost breaking down crying on a trail saying, how do they do this? How can they run this long? Oh my God, I am dying. Someone please help me. And I remember this lady running with me. And she was like, you can do it. Don't just think past the run, and I'm going to talk to you while we run. And I'm thinking, how can she talk to me while we run these 3 miles? And the crazy thing is, I see her in a picture when she ran with me the first set of miles, the summer run group where it's women of all nationalities run together. And I see her in a picture, in the same picture, when we ran 10 miles. It was just overwhelming. It was like, oh my God, I remember when I didn't think I could do it. And now running 8 and 10 miles feels good. It feels good. It feels like joy to me. And it's a stress relief, and I love it. So yeah, that was a memory that I feel like I needed today. And it was an amazing feeling. It was an amazing feeling. So I was able to scroll through and see my journey because I started running in July. I started walking in June. Okay, walking. And so from June to Thanksgiving, I walked till I ran further, until I ran my first half marathon. And here I am trying to decide if I'm going to run another one next year in Detroit with a group of ladies in Detroit. That's crazy. Yeah. So just scrolling and seeing the progress, the process, and a lot of this just brought me like a lot of joy and a lot of memories. I remember running on trail and meeting new people, that I don't even know, just random people running. I remember just running on different trails because we go to different ones every month. I remember the Nama deals, the Nama summer juice fast. I remember saying I was going to do a raw fast for the month of, I don't remember what month that was. It was at March or April. And then I ended up doing like 15 days because I didn't want to do it any further. And people were disappointing me because I chose to stop what I was doing, and because it didn't feel right for me. I was done with it. Like, I've done this so many times. I know if it's okay for me to stop. And it felt good to do it for that long. And if I wanted to do it longer, I could pick it up and do it. But most people don't realize that I do this all the time. There's days where I eat nothing but fruit. There's days where I eat a bunch of raw food because I don't want to eat cooked food. So this is not something new to me where I'm doing this challenge for myself. And I may have failed you as you feel. But for me, I didn't fail me because I just did a little bit longer than what I would normally do. And some days I do 45-day fast. And I guess it just depends on how I feel. And I didn't feel that. So I stopped. But I remember that because I wrote a whole post about that. In my 50th birthday, I turned 50 February 2024. It was an amazing feeling. I went on a 7-day cruise. I had an amazing time. An amazing time. Oh my God, one of the best cruises ever on the Carnival Jubilee. I had an amazing time. And oh God, I would love to do that again. But I just went through and saw my memories and saw where I started and how far I've come. I saw my body transform and change. I saw my attitude transform and change. And even though there was a lot that went on that changed in my life personally, I feel it's amazing to see it come like full circle. Like, oh wow, I had to go through all this to get right here. And yeah, so I encourage you to do the same. Go through your memories, see where you were and where you are right now. So that was the first thing. That was your highlights. That's your highlight reel, right? So I created a highlight reel. I uploaded on Instagram, TikTok, and I uploaded on YouTube. That's a short. I also probably put it here in the beginning of this video just to show you the highlight of my life. Now, there was some hard parts. There was some hard parts, honey, that I had to learn that didn't feel good. I had to learn to let people go who did not have good intentions for me. I had to let go of things and people who just, that wasn't good for me. Wasn't good for me. Wasn't good for my health. Wasn't good for my mental. And I had to let go of fixing things and people. I had to let go of wanting to give excuses for things and people. I had to let that go. And it was one of the hardest things because I've always been the fixer. I've always been the one who is non-judgmental and feels like you are who you are. I've always been the person who allowed you to be you because I want the same. I want to be able to be me and you accept me for who I am. And I realized in my big age that there is no excuse for certain things and certain behaviors. And that was very hard letting go. But in the end, it became so peaceful. My life became so peaceful. It felt like I lost a lot of weight just doing that. It's just setting boundaries, saying no, and letting go was one of the most important things I could have done for myself. That is like high on the list. Extremely important, very valuable because my time is valuable. We're like I say all the time, we're only here for a short time. We are not here for forever. So because I didn't feel seen or didn't feel appreciated, I had to let go of people, and it's been the most amazing. It's been the best thing I've ever done. The best thing I've ever done. In the beginning, it didn't feel like that. It didn't look like that. And as time went on, I realized how much peace and joy I was missing. And I gained so much more by letting go of so much. Okay. Now, another hard part of life was actually sitting quiet and grief, not drinking and partying, not doing everything and all things to get my mind off of grief, like actually sitting in it, going through it, and getting to the point of acceptance. I'm finally here and it feels good. I did the work. I reached out for therapy and amazing therapist and someone who was non-judgmental and was a good listener. And I needed that. And I let go of all the alcohol just so I can get through the grief. And it's been, oh my God, it was the best thing I could have did for myself. Best thing I could do. And when it comes to my children, I learned to let them go. Stop trying to control every and anything when it comes to their life and life choices, because in reality, experience is their best learner. I can only teach them so much. They're going to learn a lot from their peers. They're probably going to learn more from them than me because that's who they're surrounded by more. But I can't keep trying to prevent things from happening that ultimately in life some things have to happen for you to learn life experiences. We all been there. Now I'm gonna do what I can to, prevent those things that just, yeah, but you know what I mean. When it comes to life and everyday life experiences, they have to experience these things on their own in order for them to grow into the character they're supposed to be. So I am a vessel. I was here to bring you here. I was here to nurture, raise you, and then from there, this is your journey, not mine. So Mel asked the question, now that 2024 is over and you've experienced all that you've experienced this year, what are you going to stop doing? What are you going to stop doing? I'm going to stop doubting myself. That's the first thing. I'm gonna stop doubting myself. I'm gonna stop making excuses of why I haven't done the juice book, the recipe book, why I haven't finished school, why I don't have my license in counseling, why I haven't finished the course for herbalism. And I think honestly, I feel like I was doing too much because it's what everybody else said. When in reality, I can do it all. There's no age limit, there's no time restriction. I can do it all if that's what I want to do. There will be hard work, there will be times where I might feel a little overwhelmed because I'm trying to do it all. But if it's something I want to do, then I just need to do it. I need to stop listening to others saying, girl, you be doing too much. You always doing something. I am. I like it. I love it. It keeps me busy, keeps me youthful. I love learning. And not everybody is into that. I get it. I love learning. I love reading. And I feel like I want to know it all. That those subjects that intrigue me. Herbalism, gardening, juicing, healthy foods, gut health. Um, I just want to do it all. So if that's what I want to do, I would love to be a professor. I would love to be at a university where I am teaching students, life lessons. Like I just want to do it all. And yeah, well, who's stopping me? Who gonna stop me, boo? You. I'm the only one that's stopping me. And that's not fair to me. So I'm no longer blocking my blessings. I'm not longer blocking my joy. I'm not longer stopping or doubting me. All right. So the next question she asks is, what are you going to start doing? Well, I'm going to start doing those things that bring me joy. I'm going to start back doing the solo dates. I love them and getting out. If it's just me, I'm not waiting on anyone else to go with me. If I want to go roller skating on adult night, that's what your girl is going to do. If I want to start and write a book and only one person buys it, I don't care. That's what I'm going to do. If I want to get up and drive to another city and pack up my kids and say we're moving, that's what I'll do. Like I'm going to do whatever brings me joy, whatever feels good, and whatever makes sense for me and my family. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on my finances. I'm going to work on debt. My debt to income ratio is horrible right now. I'm going to work on debt. I'm going to work on me physically, mentally, and spiritually. I'm going to work on me definitely physically. I'm going to stop complaining about the things I don't like about me. And I'm going to start working on the things that will improve those areas that I don't like. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. What did I learn about myself in 2024? I went back and read the question, that the answer I wrote for 2023, and I was like, wow, I read that I can let go things and I can be happy and I can do this. I can keep going. And it was just really simple like that. This year, I can carry that over. I can. I can and I will. I can and I will. And I did. I did things that were hard, things that I didn't know were possible because those people were saying, she ain't gonna do that. She just doing da 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 da. Girl, she not gonna, right? And I realized that when I cut the chatter out and ignore all the naysaying and the mouth smacking, jibber jabbering, backstabbing, I can. I did. And that's an amazing feeling. Like all this I'm doing. It's not easy, but I'm doing. And I learned that menopause is real. Menopause is real. It alters your mood, your body weight. It alters your hormones. It it basically changes you. I can see how so many women struggle in that space and time when they're married or with young children or something. I could see how it would affect like relationships. And because I've done a lot of reading, I've done so much reading on the subject of the different things that it causes us in our bodies, our hormones. I am working diligently to like I combat that. I'm being honest when I don't feel good. I'm being honest when I'm hot. I'm being honest when it's just not my best days and I don't feel so good. I'm fluffy or whatever. I'm being real honest with myself and my children so they understand like, listen, it's a mood thing right now, but it'll pass. It's a menopause thing. And I'm being honest with what it is and telling my girls so that as they get older, they understand what it is and know what it is. It's not nothing to be hush hush about. And I'm learning that talking about it and being open about it, that others appreciate that because they're going through the same thing. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. It is, it's menopause. It's a way of life. Okay. And for some apparent reason, us women go through some things, honey. From puberty to cycles to babies to, trying to lose weight from babies to postpartums to menopause, honey, we just go through it all. And I'm here to share my story and my journey in hopes to help someone else with theirs. So now that 2025 is here, welcome to the new year. What are we doing for 2025? Oh my God. All right. So in June, let's back this up. February 2024, I adopted the phrase, let them. I adopted the phrase, let them, and it came from Mel Robbins, let them. When they talk behind your back, when they always have something negative to say, when they try to treat you different than what you know you deserve to be treated, let them. That's on them, it's not on you. When they are, the world is already a cruel place. We already know this. We have some good people and we have some not so good people. And unfortunately, hurt people. And a lot of people project their sadness, their hurt, their stress, their depression on others. And you have to learn to set boundaries. And in last year in February, I adopted the phase of let them. You can say whatever you want to say. You can do whatever you want to do. I mean, as long as you're not here doing it here, I'm going to let you. Because ultimately, that's you, that's not me. Ultimately, that's your depression, not mine. Ultimately, that's your view, not mine. And so I adopted the phase of let them. Let them say what they want to say. Let them do what they want to do. Let them. It's not my journey it's not my purpose to correct you. That's how you feel. That's your beliefs. I'm going to let you. Same thing for me. What I believe, what I feel, what I do, who I am, my journey, let me. How does it affect you? Let them. Unless it directly affects you, you speak upon it, you let them know how you feel about it, you release it, you set a boundary and you let them. And that's been one of the best things for me. The year before, I adopted the no. And I shared that with you all, that everything was no. It became so easy that everything was no. No is so quick now. No is they don't even know if I'm going to say yes because I say no. And because if I don't like it, I don't feel good about it, I don't want to do it. I'm 50. I don't need permission from absolutely anyone to do anything. I am not a child. I'm a grown woman who is responsible for every and anything underneath this roof where I'm living right at this current time. Everything that goes on here, I'm responsible for. I am grown, without any help or aid from the outside world. And I don't need permission to do anything I want to do. Now, there's consequences to things, whether good or bad, but ultimately, it's my choice of what I want to do. And I like it here. I love it here, knowing that when I wake up in the morning, I have a chance to do whatever I want to do and a choice to make and what I want to do. I love it here. And I wish this for everyone because it took me a long time to get here. I would hope that young ladies and young men at the age of in their 20s would get this, because me getting this in my 40s was ridiculous. But there was no one to teach me this, no one to tell me this, no one who, and it's no fault to my parents or anything like that. They probably didn't know themselves. And because I know and what I've learned and what I've experienced and all the research I've done being in a psychology space, when it comes to the mindset and how we view ourselves and how we think and how we react and how our chemistry and how our makeup of our brain. Listen, I would be doing a disservice if I didn't share it with you or my children. My journey of finding me, finding joy, finding happiness, understanding and boundaries and how it affects you and others, being tactful in setting boundaries, letting go. And it's okay, friend, to go to that number and click block. If you don't feel like you're strong enough to pick up the phone and have a decent conversation, or you don't feel like they are at the place to have a conversation, it is okay to click block. You don't have to explain to anyone why. This is your journey, your path, your purpose. This is for you alone. If you're in a relationship and it's someone within your home, then that's different. But outside of your space, yeah, it's time. It's too many people I see on this app complain about the different things that they've experienced or are going through. And it is time to set boundaries. It's time to let people go. Everybody is not meant to go with you. Everybody is not meant to go with you. It's the same thing about the tree. The tree grows, it spreads its roots. You are the tree. There were branches that will grow from you, and each branch will hold leaves. Some leaves are meant to stay and hold on, some are to let go. And the beauty of it all is when you do let those go that are old and withered and no longer useful or needed, they're no longer good for you, new leaves will come and the flowers will bloom. Like, it's just really that simple. Even though we sit in it and we hesitate because we don't want to let such and such go, we don't know what we're going to do, what's going to happen when we do this, or what's going to happen when I speak up for myself, or they're going to be mad at me, or they're going to leave me, or they're going to, or they're going to be hurt. What about you? What about you? How are you going to feel? Is it going to resolve the issues you have, with said person or said thing? What is it going to do for you? We have to start putting ourselves first and with taking care of ourselves, filling our cup, because this year with 2025, that's journey. With 2025, I would no longer have an empty cup. I would never, ever in life have an empty cup ever again. No, ma'am. I don't mind dropping a few sips here and there so that don't die of thirst. But I would never give you my whole cup ever again. I'd never do that again. That's a lesson in itself. And I think that should be for everyone. We should all be able to pass the cup and give each other a sip, but always leave the cup for you. You need to have some for yourself. You have to. And we're no good for ourselves if we don't. So this was good. This was good. I hope that you take the time out to watch her podcast and do the same thing. I have other things I wrote down that I feel like were more personal, and I would like to discuss it in our group, in our little membership group. I'm probably going to put this video up on both channels because I want to share this with everyone. We all know it's okay to look back at our past to see where we've been, to correct those mistakes that we possibly made. So when we go forward in 2025, we make better choices, whether it's for gardening or for eating better foods that are better for our bodies. Now, for the other channel, the lifestyle channel, this should resonate with you as well, because this is our life. This is what we're living. And this is a day-to-day choice that we have to make for ourselves, whether we want to have a happy, prosperous, healthy, mentally healthy, physically healthy lifestyle, and looking back on our past will help us with our future. It always does. Now, once 2025 is here and the ball is rolling, I'm done with 2024. It's absolutely over. I've looked in the past. I know what I didn't like and what I loved, and I can move forward now. And so it feels good. It feels good. It's like I released it all and I'm ready for 2025. And I just hope the same for you all as well. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a like. Make sure you let me know in the comments down below if you want to share anything with us from your 2024. What is the one thing you take away from 2024? What is the one thing you're taking away? Like, what is that one thing? My one thing is I doubted myself and I'll never do it again. I doubted myself and I'll never do it again. I have proven over and over and over that I could do just about anything. So why? I know why. Because I let those. But girl, there's a boundary so thick. Y'all don't even see it. It's a brick wall. Y'all don't even see it. And it's padded. It's insulated. I can't even hear on the outside. When y'all laugh at me in all the videos of why I always wear headphones, I literally block out the world. I just try to focus on me. I'm always listening to a podcast or some music that brings me joy, that makes me feel good. I like to listen to things and people that make me feel good. And I did that all year long. So I'm going to continue that in 2025. I hope that you find joy in 2025. I hope that you find peace. I hope that you find something that you want to accomplish for yourself and possibly take on a 12-week year. Take it in bite-sized pieces. I think that was one of the best things that happened to me. The 12-week year, I was able to do so much. I was able to do way more this year, 2024, than I've ever done. Ever. Ever. So this is actually New Year's Eve. And I just wanted to film this and I wanted to go live for New Year's. And man, it's been amazing. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate you all so much. Your support does not go unnoticed. With through the grief, through the garden issues I've had this year, through my puppy just terrorizing our house, through my son's car accident, through just, it's been a lot. Christopher's broken arm, Tara moving out, becoming a young adult. Penny's a senior now. Like, it's been a lot. And y'all have supported me through it all. Y'all supported me through my running journey. And I appreciate you so much. Encouraged me to keep running. I just love y'all so much. And I want to thank you all. You have made my year. This has like been one of the lowest viewed years I've ever had. The channel actually income, I would say, was cut in half for both sides. Well, the other one's a new channel, but was more than cut in half. However, somehow, some way, by the grace of God, I'm still here. And even though the financial part side of it wasn't there, y'all, the support and love was there. Like, I have never had this much support and love, like, from strangers in my entire life. And this year felt so good. So good. It teaches you that, well, I would say money ain't everything. It helped though, okay? But it taught me, like, that I'm doing this thing because I like and love doing it. And it's not always about the money, because you can't do this for the money. It comes and goes. And oh man, it's been an amazing year. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to 2025. I can't wait to see you all. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Thank you again. Make sure you subscribe. If you're not, make sure you click the down arrow button and click all to be notified each and every time I do an upload. So for the H2 plant-based beauty page, you will receive videos on Monday and Thursday. And then for the Helen H Beauty page, you will have videos go live on Wednesday and Sunday. All right. Anything else would just be extra, but mainly Wednesday and Sunday. I'm not sure what the dedicated date will be for our lives for the membership channel, but I'll make the announcement soon. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you again for supporting my channel. I would hope that you take this exercise and do it yourself. Write it down. Write it down, honey, and make it plain. We are manifesting things in New Year. We are being grateful for all the things that has happened in 2024 and all the things that are coming. Okay. And I'm asking the universe, what's next? What you got for me? I know you got something good for me. So what's next?